I don't think he'd have been down for swearing fealty to Renly, especially since Renly wasn't even the oldest Baratheon brother at the time. But that probably would have been an opening for negotiations. You don't take the first thing offered, and you don't start at the middle. Each party starts at the far end of what they want and they move inward from there. It's plausible that by the time they hashed out a final deal, Robb could have retained independence while trading some other token to Renly, or Renly could have done something to make fealty more palatable. Hello everyone, if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any new updates on your favorite TV series. It's certainly true that Renly had the bigger army and could have used it to throw his weight around, and that might have eventually been the case such that Robb was forced to capitulate, but if a massive army intimidated Robb that much he wouldn't have taken on the Lannisters. It's honestly hard to say. Ned's solution was fairly simple: support Stannis, because he's the rightful heir. That might not have been the tactically smartest position, but supporting an actual usurper was unpalatable for him. He personally turned Renly down for trying to seize the throne before Joffrey was ever crowned. But Robb's position was much trickier. With Ned dead and 20,000 men marching into battle, he had to have something that he was fighting for. When his men declared him king in the north, he seems to have not planned on it, but also didn't reject that, because that was the only thing they had to fight for. Turning that down and declaring that they were going to fight for Stannis would have fallen pretty flat. Problem is, the only hope they had for pulling that off would have been to fall back to the neck, fortify Moat Cailin and White Harbor, and hope the rest of the realm was too distracted with their fights to pull the north into it. By staying in the south to fight a war, he was exposed with nothing to fight for. If the Vale had joined his cause, if any of the claimants had agreed to recognize northern independence in exchange for military aid, then things might have gone differently. But Renly figured he didn't need their aid. Stannis was too rigid in his thinking to give up the north, and the Lannisters were unwilling to let the Starks win this one. At that point, the best option they could have reasonably come up with was to come to some kind of deal with Renly, where both sides could save face. The north could become some kind of quasi-autonomous kingdom which still owed fealty to the throne. Robb could have kept his title to make his people feel better, and maybe gotten some concessions to self-rule that the other kingdoms didn't get. In exchange, he would bend the knee to Renly and support his claim. With the north, the Reach and most of the Stormlands combined, Stannis would have been disposed of easily, and the Lannisters would have been more or less screwed. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.